Kemen, we are here for you.
The video was focused on a certain movement under the cover. I saw the video, and if you like, I would analyze the video. First of all, when Big Brother showed the video to me in the diary room, I was like, oh, no, this is not what it looks like. Because the perception was clear what it looks like. But for all the housemates that have been in the house, and for those that wake up early like me, because I'm a fitness trainer, so I'm used to waking up early, we know that there are two windows from where the beds are, left and the right. And we don't have a time, we don't have a watch or clock to check the time. So for you to wake up, you know you have to look left, you have to look right up there to see if it's bright. You know you have maybe about 5 minutes more to sleep before the light comes on the roof, and then the alarm is turned on. If it's not bright, then you have like 30 more minutes to sleep. And if you've watched the show, you know that I'm one of the few people that wake up very early and help to wake the other housemates up. So it came into my subconsciousness after a while to just open my eyes once I wake up, look up to the left, look up to the right. And on that day, it wasn't bright enough for me to wake up. As at that time, it wasn't bright enough for me to wake up, so I had to go back to bed. Now, I went to bed before Tboss, and I used the duvet that was on the bed. When Tboss came to bed, she had to use another duvet, and of course there's a third duvet on the bed. So when I wanted to go back to sleep, I wanted to cuddle Tboss. So I tried pulling out the duvet that was wrapped around me because it was under my legs. I pushed it out and then lifted up the duvet in between I and Tboss so I could move closer to her. So the hand movement that was seen was me just struggling through the duvet to get to Tboss. The moment my hand went on Tboss, wrapped my hand around her, that was when Tboss woke up. She opened her duvet, saw my hand, she turned around and shifted back into my hand. That was where the video stopped. Now, if the video had been played backwards, you'd see that for every night I and Tboss were in bed together, she was always in bed with her 3/4 short that was her nightie and a spaghetti top. That's number one. Number two, Tboss is not a deep sleeper. I wake her up every morning, and all I do to wake Tboss up is to squeeze her thumb, and Tboss will wake up. Number three, Tboss has the highest stack of alcohol in our cupboard because she barely drinks. Sometimes we exchange services for drinks because we want to drink. So on that night, I was not drunk, but I can't talk for Tboss. But if I were to talk for her, I would say Tboss was not drunk. The moment my hand touched Tboss, she woke up. And that is what happens every time we're in bed. So, but Tboss, I wouldn't know. I don't know her interview in the diary room, what she was told. But I know what I saw too when I looked at the video. I know the perception surrounding the video. But I didn't have the time to explain myself. Neither would I say I had the chance to talk to Tboss to clear what was in Tboss's mind. But that's why I said the truth lies between I and Tboss. I know I did not touch her inappropriately, and she knows, because in her statement when she was telling the house, she said she broke down when Big Brother showed her a video that looked like she was being fingered, and then she went on saying that she was drunk and she slept off before she was awake in the video at some point, and she slept back. Moments after that video, she turned around and she slept with her head on my shoulder. That was when Euro woke up. Euro saw us lying like that, and Euro was like, after you guys will act like you don't like yourself, but you'll be cuddling up all night. And to be honest to myself, to be honest to God, that's the honest truth around that video. But for those that I heard their perception, I'm totally sorry. I'm not saying this to defend myself. Either ways, I regret the scenario. I regret having that video out there. I regret letting a lot of people down by the circumstances surrounding my exit, by how I made them feel. And moving on, I promise to keep holding every woman at high esteem, protect them, and give them all the respect they deserve as always.
Kemen, Jerry Boboye, we've been on Kemen's case 3 days ago.
The perception around the video has become a reality to a lot of people, and the last thing I want to sit down here and do is to try and be defensive, because the truth is the truth lies in the fact that I got myself entangled in a situation that was misunderstood. But the honest truth about what happened under the covers, let's not forget that the video was focused on a certain movement under the cover.
Okay. 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 Kemenatics. Kemenative.
The honest truth of what happened under the cover lies between two people, me and Tboss. And I only hope that whenever she's out of the house, where there's no 25 million naira at stake, I hope she'll be able to embrace the truth. Tboss is a young woman I really liked in the house, and I respect a lot, and she knew I respected her. I respected her because she was an older person. I respected her because she deserved to be respected by me. And just like I would respect every other woman, I would never put Tboss or any other woman in harm's way. I know Tboss is not a bad person, but just like every other person, we can do bad stuffs, maybe just for the sake of the game. But I know that if she had the opportunity to say the truth and to defend me, she would have. Defend Tboss' side of the story, in the sense that I think she spoke under pressure, because viewers can really tell what happens in the house. Like I said, there's a game side of it, there's an extreme pressure side of it. But for the video, in every situation there are perceptions and there's a reality. But for some people, their perception is their reality. And I know I may have hurt a lot of people's perception from the video, and I regret that a lot of people felt sad, felt disappointed in how I left the house, and when I left the house, the circumstances that surrounded my leaving the house. And I apologize to my fans that expected me to stay longer in the house. I apologize to every woman out there that perceived the video in the light that hurt their feeling. But to that story, there is a reality, and things are not always the way they look.